All right, guys, we're in the second rounds. I came on right as the pick is in. I don't know who the pick is going to be. I turned it down just to give it a gander. Let's see what the live reaction is going to be. Um, People are saying maybe corner, maybe offensive line here. The pick is in though. I'm gonna wait for the live. I'm gonna wait for the live. I'm gonna wait for the announcement official. I'm not gonna tip it. I'm not gonna, if I'm not gonna look at Twitter. I'm just gonna wait for the live needs. It says running back, defensive tackle, corner. I mean, I could see a plethora. What's up, Shay? How you doing, bro? I'm gonna stay on for this, pick. I want to see the rest of the round. We'll talk about it. I could see offensive line here. I mean, I could see corner. I could see wide receiver. I really could. There's a number of places that they could go. Um, Ruseo picked up number 50 today. He's going to be number 50 for the Buffalo Bills. Bills just tweeted out a pic of him standing next to, well, in front of Bean and McDermott. He dwarfed them. It was ridiculous, like how big this guy is. You just don't really, maybe it's the perspective of the picture or whatever. Yeah, I don't like the corners that are left right now. I like, I mean, if they go line here, I would prefer the Creed Humphrey. Is this Delamalier? I think this is Joe Delamalier, no? Or has he passed away? Oh, if he's passed away, I feel like an asshole. No, it is Joe Delamalier. I knew it. Another defensive end. Holy shit. Wow. 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 Boogie Basham. Wow. Ooh. Follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the age. Another defensive end. And now this guy's explosive off the edge. He's explosive. He runs. He chase. I mean, he's wow. Total defensive line overhaul. My boy Eric wanted it. Eric was like, I just take another lineman. Wow. I gotta tweet this guy. I want to see if he's on. Let me tweet him really quick, guys. Let me see. WFAN. That is that. I'm in shock a little bit because they're just totally overhauled this defensive line group, and this is two drafts in a row, and they're running out of spots here, guys. You know that there's going to be movement now, whether it's a trade, whether it's a release. This is insane, man. And I'm not complaining about it, but wow. I did not see that coming, but they bookended the defensive end group, and I guess they want to leave nothing to chance. It's Epinesa, Basham, it's Ruseo, it's Johnson. They're and the kid from yeah, Eric's all about it. They again, the age and the money. It was just sticking out like a sore thumb. You have guys that might. I mean, is Jerry Hughes and Addison even going to be on the roster? I don't know. Now it really puts it into serious question. There's just depth all over this line, and they're going to they want to cause hell on these young quarterbacks coming into the division in particular. Wow, I'm not in shock, but it's just anytime you bookend positions like that, you really just go boom boom. I did not see that coming. Wow. Let me just that is a pretty that's a pretty like I'm a little floored, guys. I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. I was thinking, and I was thinking, I was thinking, well, saying, and I was thinking offensive line. I was thinking, corner, but instead they go end to end, and here they are once again. You know, just just not playing games. They're not playing games. There's too much money. There's too much age on that defensive end group, and they're just overhauling that whole line, and they're not playing around. This guy's explosive. This guy's got good hand movement. He's more of the edge type of guy. Had a lot of production at I believe, was he Wake Forest? I believe he was a Wake Forest player. And just very I'm just anytime that the Bills have done, yeah, Wake Forest, I'm a little shocked because of the back-to-back picks. I don't know if the Chiefs had traded up or they had two. Yeah, they had two second rounds from the Ravens Orlando Brown trade, swapping picks. So what are you guys feeling right now? Eric loves it. Shady's interesting. Christian is wow. I'm a little like, oh wow. That's a wild pick because these picks are coming hot and heavy. I don't know about you guys. The draft has been on for 2.5 hours, but it doesn't seem like it. It's been very, very quick. I like this pace, and I wish they did this more often. Let the former players, let the fans make the picks. Get this crusty curmudgeon out of here. The less we see him, the better. Chiefs select the lineman. They just totally revamped their whole line with Humphrey, Tooney. They get back Tardif. They got Orlando Brown. So they just revamped their line. The Bills basically revamped their pass rush. The second year of Epinesa. They have Basham. They got Boogie. They've got Grote. Those are the nicknames. We got Grote and Boogie. And Epinesa, we've got Ed. So we're gonna see, man. They're bound in the tournament to get some sort of pass rush. They said, "Oh, well, we'll fix our coverage. We'll just upgrade our pass rush." And yeah, it's a. Oof. I'm very I'm pretty like. I'm trying to think of a time when the Bills have done this. When have they bookended picks 1 and 2? I don't know if they've ever done it. In my lifetime, I don't know if they've ever bookended picks like this, like first round, second round, same position. If you guys can find it, let me know. But I've not seen it, and there's many times that I said during games, and I know you guys watched it as well as I do, where the Bills would just not get home on the quarterback. They would make the quarterback move. They would disrupt the quarterback. They just wouldn't finish with a sack. They wouldn't, get the man on the ground. And it was just so frustrating. But now, with these guys, you've got young legs, fresh legs, young energy out there running and chasing, diversity in size, play types, position flexibility. McBurzel's in here. What's good, bro? 2N seems like they're getting prepared for. Yeah, I mean, it's the age and the money. And the first round, I would have said, okay, they're gonna go defensive end. I was all like, they're going ends. I'm looking at the age. I'm looking at the money. This is where they're going. Even my girl's little sister said, they're gonna pick a defensive end, and I didn't tell her nothing. And I was like, okay, I gave her the names. I didn't have Rousseau in the group, but even the little kid, even she knew at 8 years old. 2, I'm shocked, guys. I'm really, If you guys can find where they've picked a position like this, even if it's second and third round, but first and second, wow. I mean, you cannot. One of those guys are gone now, if not both. I mean, you're going to have Epinesa on the field. You're going to have Basham on the field. You're going to have Rousseau on the field. You're going to have Ed Oliver on the field. The only guy that I see the two veterans sticking are Starr and Hughes. Everybody else is kind of like there's a huge question mark by their name. Even the young guy he's not terribly young, but he's 29. He hasn't played a lot of football. The guy they picked up from Carolina, same body type, and I know I mentioned it earlier. You guys have probably seen it. The picture that the Bills tweeted out of Rousseau standing in front of Beanie McDermott. I mean, Jesus Christ, this guy is like, holy shit, that guy's a specimen. That guy is a specimen, and I didn't realize he was as raw as he was because I didn't know a lot of history about him. In terms of him playing wide receiver at high school, only really having a year, like a full year and a half of defensive end experience. You know, summer camp, summer football with the Hurricanes, spring practices, and then played only one game, got injured, redshirt. I think he redshirted it. Then then he played, had the 15 sacks, and then he held out because of the pandemic. So we're this guy's is raw, and I didn't realize that. I didn't realize he was switching positions. I didn't dig that far back. I did see that the Bills put out the phone call video. Dan Morgan, obviously, which I knew weighed heavily in that decision. You know, Miami guy. I'm like, they mentioned Morgan. I'm like, Morgan had a big input into this decision. You know, and that kid looks like a legit kid, solid kid, very, very happy, well-spoken, excited to be a Bill, and that's all we want to see. You put on that blue jersey, we love you, and that's it. And they'll know it when they're going to see that stadium. You Bills fans did not get to go. Guys like Eric, younger guys, Shady, a little bit older, but the younger generation that this is their time to see the team that they're going to identify with. And they didn't get to go into that stadium and experience it. Man, when that stadium opens up to the fans, you're going to have a full house for the opening game. How are they going to welcome the fans in for that? That is going to be insane. These kids are going to experience something like they've never experienced before because Bills fans they're going to take it to another level. Nobody's going to do it like Bills fans on opening day. That I can fucking guarantee. You take that to the bank. I'm going to put Welcome Boogie on my Instagram timeline. Little Instagram love for Boogie Basham. And that'll be that. But this is the last pick of the second round. Really flew by. I like the pace of this. I really like the pace of this. So what are you guys? You guys are feeling good about this? I mean, are you where you want something else? I mean, you feel free to disagree. There's nobody has to be a yes man here. You can feel like they could have went in another direction. You could feel like they, I like that name, Basham. Basham. That's such a good name. What's up, Dougie Masters? Fly baby, you landed just in time. Christian, after the second pick, do you think it sounds more interesting now? Rousseau played wide receiver. Could he also? Nah. I mean, you never know. I mean, Mike Vrabel caught a touchdown. I mean, I think that guy caught touchdowns against the Bills. I swear to God, like twice. Everybody forgets he was a little bit of a bust with the Pittsburgh Steelers and kind of got released and went to the. Let's see who the Bucs pick. Bills play the Bucs this year in Tampa Bay. Let's see who they pick. I think he needs to focus on being a pass rusher and run defense, things like that. Of course, this guy's got to milk this for all it's worth, but I'd rather see the former players or the fan make the pick. This guy's really milking it. Last pick of the second round. Third round, they're already on the clock, Jacksonville. Oh, they took the quarterback, Trask. They took him over Kellen Mond and Davis Mills. He's big kid. Florida, was a big fan of Florida. I mean, hey, he put a couple of Yelp. He got some footballs to some guys that got picked pretty, 20th and 4th overall. So he was part of that offense. And now, what's up, Doug? You saw some talk about the Bills opening the season in Tampa Bay. It's possible. I mean, it's possible. I think that game is going to be, a Thursday game. The Super Bowl champions opening the season. Always see that. I'm so glad the draft is today and this week. There's been a lot of some personal stuff came up, and I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys coming in here and talking Bills. A passion we share like no other. Because I don't know, if I wouldn't have had this to distract me and you guys, I would be in a rough spot right now. But it's a welcome distraction, let me tell you. It really is. So Kyle Trask and Joe Tryon, and the pick is already in for the Jaguars. Wow. I know you guys like this too, because yesterday when we were up here till like after midnight. We're just rolling along. Now we're just rolling along here. Already a pick deep. Going to start getting those compensatory picks, this and that. Bills don't have a 4th round pick, so the defensive line, that is going to be a hellacious group. A hellacious group. Trying to just scroll down here, see some of the general reaction. Over 30 sacks, a lot of production, a lot of experience. He's played a lot of football for Wake Forest. He was one of those guys that was kind of picked to be like a fringe 1st round pick. Ended up in the 1st round. I had him in the 1st round of my mock. I mocked him to the Colts. 6'3", 270, a 4.59. 23 and a quarter years old. Got good length. I mean, he's thickly built. I'm going to give him a gander here because I was mainly the main guys I focused on were Owe, Tryon, Phillips. What's up, Johnny Utah? How you doing, man? Yeah, I mean, yeah, thanks, Doug. I appreciate it. It's a longtime friend, a longtime friend. So it's not direct, but it's indirect, like. But it's a shock. It's really a shock, man. You always take care of your, always appreciate people because things they go like that, and you're just, it's crazy, for things like this. It really is. Ruseo, Basham, you might, I mean, Addison, I really start to think that, I think 10. I think I would look at 10 defensive linemen right now, and I think they're going to add a defensive tackle. If they seem this intent on rebuilding the defensive line, I really think we're going to see a big body in the middle, because you got star, age, and money. They want to they want to have Oliver just focusing on getting up the field, not getting eaten up by blocks and big bodies. They want him to play loose and play free. So I assume this is just me assuming that they're going to add another player. on the defensive line. I don't think they're done. If you go this deep, you're just going to go all the way. I'm kind of out on cornerback right now until like the 5th, 6th, 7th round. I'm done. I mean, well, they don't have a 4th. I don't think they take a corner in the 3rd at all. I'm still leaning receiver. I'm leaning offensive side of the ball for the next pick. Is it? No, I mean, it's tough. I think they would keep right now the defensive tackle group: Zimmer, Phillips, Vernon Butler, Starr, and Oliver. And then at the defensive line, I mean, the end group, I mean, you got, let's just name the 3 guys they picked in the last 2 years: Epinesa, Basham, Rousseau. And then you have a young player like Darrell Johnson, the guy they just added from Carolina. And then you have your veterans. You have Hughes, you have Addison. So that's 7. They're keeping 5 of those guys because the way they like to rotate that line, and they have generally 9 up on the game day. I definitely see them keeping 10, and I just don't think. I think you see a move at some point post June 1st cut, something of that ilk. I just do not see any way, shape, or form that they're going to go in the season with those ends at that price range and that age. Yeah, he's a special teams guy. I think he sticks, and I think he still has ability. There's times I see him and I see him flash. You just don't see the consistency, but he plays a lot of special teams. And for a guy that size, I think at this point, I'd like to see what they have at end. I'd like to see him focus on that because special teams takes a lot out of you, man. Sprinting down the field, even if the kick gets fair caught or touched back, you still got to maintain your rush lanes, and you still got to, be disciplined. Okay, so Vikings pick is in. Let me see what the apologies. Let me see what the let's see what they did. They didn't post a 3rd round yet. What the hell? These people are slacking. Andre Cisco, Minnesota is up, and they've made the pick. Houston's going to make their first pick. Lots of trades in this. Bills are picking 93rd in this round. 93rd, 93. So they're a little ways away, but it's 5 minutes staggered here. Yeah, he's flashy. He made a couple plays last year on the defensive line that make you look. Had a big sack in that Titans game in 2019. Kellen Mond, they took a quarterback. Not shocked. Not shocked. Higher end specimen, more, nice solid build, big, more dynamic, a lot more dynamic than Kirk Cousins. No pressure to play, gives you a lot of after, look at him, he's scrambling around, making the off schedule play. It's a nice play. But you know what it is I find a lot of these quarterbacks can make these crazy plays, and what gets lost is the simple on-schedule play, just the simple, and Josh Allen, that's where his biggest jump came, is that just nice on-schedule, easy pitch and catch, and that's where we saw Allen. Allen just had free yards everywhere, and he took advantage of them. That's how you get the 37 touchdowns, the 4,500 yards passing, and 13 wins. He just started doing the simple things at a high level a lot more consistently, and still wove in the special plays, which he, I don't think you'll ever get those out of his game. He's a special quarterback. What do you think the value is of Josh Allen right now in terms of, my God, the way the league is? Josh Allen would have been the first overall pick of the 2018 draft, bar none. I mean, it's insane. Texans already made their pick. The pick is in. What are you guys leaning towards? Oh, regulators mount up. Nope, got that Young Guns reference in there. Got to be handy with the steel, earn your keep. They don't make movies like that no more, Dougie. They don't make movies like that no more. Those are movies. Our time, that was we lived in a special time. We got to remember that. What do you think the Texans going to do here? I mean, they're a mess. Their quarterback is a mess. That might end up being a sad situation. You got to believe they're kicking themselves in the ass that they didn't move him sooner. They could have avoided some stuff. Texans have some options. I don't know what they're going to do with this pick. I mean, how many players have they added? They've added like ridiculous amount of players, like 40 players. They've released some. See what they do here, guys. Texans, Mel's needs, according to Mel, wide receivers their biggest need. Who's this guy? Is he one of the Houston Oilers, or was he? He's a big dude, so. Oh, Chester Pitts. He was an offensive lineman. It's nice to see all the people out there, though. It's really nice. Really nice to see all the people out there. Let's see, Jenkins, blah, 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 blah. The Texans take David. It says Davis Mills. They've taken a quarterback. It says the Texans took a quarterback. Wow. So, I mean, they're taking a quarterback. They got Tyrod on their roster. I mean, what does that tell you about Jameis wins. Deshaun Watson. I mean, wow. That's a pretty very telling pick. Wow. That pretty much tells you all you need to know what they think about the whole Deshaun Watson situation. I mean, they've got a ton of needs. Their roster is void of a lot of things, and they take a quarterback who probably is not going to play. I mean, he might play for them. He might get an 8-game suspension. He might get a year. Maybe he's put on the commissioner's exempt list if these charges are found to have legs and they go to trial, or so I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but it's a mess. I mean, it's a lot of women. 22 women is a lot of women, man. One woman, two, okay. One woman is too many. That's a man's worst nightmare for me personally. I mean, outside of being accused of murder, having a woman accuse you of something of that is very, that's hard. I hope they're not true, but it's insane. That's a lot of women. Falcons just, wow, they didn't fucking waste no time. Yeah, it's a messed up situation. Yeah, Tyrod's the starter. I mean, hopefully he doesn't take a shot to the kid his lung punctured. What the fuck was that? My God, that guy's got the worst luck. I don't wish him ill. I didn't want him to be the Bill starter, but Jesus Christ, like that's some fucked up shit. Who's is it? No, that's I was gonna totally. I know that's not him. I was gonna say, oh, is that Jamal Anderson? This guy's not wasting no time. Offensive lineman. They took a lineman. I believe they took a safety. Then they took they took a freak tight end. So I'm really I don't know what you guys are hoping for here, but What are you guys hoping for with that pick? What are you guys hoping for with that pick? I'm hoping for a receiver. I'm hoping for a receiver. You know, I'm hoping for, my personal preference would be Schwartz. Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to take the best player. I mean, the Bills are in that situation anyway. They don't need a receiver. I would like a receiver. I like Schwartz, Anthony Schwartz. If they don't, offensive lineman, if he's there, Spencer Brown, or De'Ami Brown, the wide receiver from. I mean, we're ways out. From North Carolina. I try to get a block of dudes. I do not like the Syracuse corner. I saw the Bills beat writers kept putting out. I know how to say his name too. They don't know how to say his name. I'll say it for you. Ifeatu Melifonwu. You know how I know why I know how to say that name? Because when I lived in Jersey, when I first moved to Jersey City, there was a kid that wasn't a kid. He was a little older than me. He lived downstairs from me in the building, and they called him Toy because he didn't like his name. And one day I finally said, "Yo, what's your real name?" And he's like, Ifeatu. And I was like, Ifeatu, like just so I can say it right. And he told me Ifeatu. And that's it. Ifeatu Melifonwu. So I know how to say that's the only way to know how to say it. Okay, so they took a pass rusher. Collins ran. Did he opt out or did he play? He might. If he, I don't know. Like I don't know why I think he opted out, but he's a big guy. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, cornerback, guard, or wide receiver. Okay, I mean, I'd like a tackle. I'd like any type of big dude on the lines. I'd love offensive, defensive. But if they take a speed dude, I'd be really happy with that. Right now, it's all butter to me. I don't like none of the running backs. The only running back I like could come later. Elijah Mitchell from Louisiana. I think it's Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Like him a lot. But he's like sixth, seventh round pick. Tommy Tremble, I like a lot. The Notre Dame, I really like Tremble. He reminds me of George Kittle. Just so smooth the way he catches the ball. It's so natural. Blocks hellaciously. He's versatile. I really like him. Panthers just. I hope they don't fucking take Tremble. They need a tight end. Son of a bitch. Please don't take him. Please don't take him. I had to rub it into a New York Jet, a giant beat writer. The Bills got bashed, and I was so happy. Let me see if he said anything. He's a really nice guy too. I don't want to rub it into him. Let me see if because he's working right now. Tackle BYU. So one of the tackles are going to go now. I think our initial targets in the round were. I don't like. I just don't see. I don't see Etienne. I never saw Etienne. I never saw it. Yeah, I believe that too. But I like that position. I just love the versatility. I like the flexibility. I like the way he moves around. That guy lines up at fullback. He lines up everywhere. He's a more athletic, bigger Kyle Juszczyk. And in the third round, that guy can play special teams for you. That guy's going to do a lot of different things if he's the pick. I'm just romanticizing here. How you doing, Aaron? I just don't like the running back in the first round. I like them third. If you like a guy in a second, okay, I can live with it, but not in the first. I don't like it. I don't even like wide receivers in the first. Not anymore. I don't like that position. It's a byproduct of who your quarterback is. Really is. Who's your quarterback? What kind of scheme is he in? Is the coach offensively progressive? Or is he a wet mop? Giants just took a pick right now. I don't know if any of you guys live in the North New Jersey area. It is windy as fuck here, man. It's like Buffalo. What is it? Highmark Field now. Giants pick is in. I follow some of their beat writers like Stapleton, and Giants traded up with the Broncos. I do not think Gettleman is running this draft. There's no way. I just do not see him running this draft. If you guys see who they picked, you could put it in the room. I don't care. Oh, you're in Western Pennsylvania? Are you? You're like right on the border of Ohio. Then it's nice. It's nice out there. It's really quiet. It's very tranquil. 15 people in the room. I really appreciate that. 5 likes. Thank you very much. I never asked for likes or subs or comments. Your time is enough for me. So I always appreciate that. If you care to like, comment, subscribe, appreciate that. Don't get me wrong, but just your time is man. That's all. I see rooms now, they charge, and they donate money. They have these little things, and I mean, I'm not going to judge, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to filch for money. What am I mean? Just to talk sports with the boys, like, no, we're losing the plot here. Pretty soon, it's like people are going to have a quarter slot. You get them to talk, otherwise they won't say anything to you. I don't know why I thought Hunter Long was already in the league. It seems like there was a tight end with the last name Hunter, the first name Hunter in the last 3 drafts. Like Hunter Henry, I think there was another Hunter some point. It just seems like at work right now near. Oh, yeah, you're right on that lake. So McBrizzle. Just announce them. I get you got to pay your people, but just announce the pick, man, please. The draft was running so smooth. I got the tracker up. I think that these outlets have agreements now with the They took a corner. USC, Central Florida. I'm feeling like I'm hoping for a can opener, a versatile piece for the offense. I want a guy, and you know what's critical about these years? You bring in a rookie, right? Think of who they're learning from. They're learning from a guy who played in 3 Super Bowls with 3 different teams with Hall of Fame quarterbacks. And not Hall of Fame quarter. I mean, 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks, Peyton Manning and Ben Roethlisberger. He's 1, 2, been to 3, been to a lot of championship games, a ton of experience with Emmanuel Sanders. Then you have, a prime Stephon Diggs. You've got a master craftsman route runner in Beasley. So he's going to be learning from these guys. That's why I think it's critical to just maximize. You get a guy like that who teaches a young receiver how to be a pro. You can get something nice in a year or 2, in my opinion. Frank Ragnow is announcing it. So they just took a defensive tackle. It must be hard as fuck to be a Lions fan. That's all I know. It must be damn near possible. Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, I'm curious because of the size, but I want a guy who can just take the top off the defense. I want a guy who gets open, like can really scare the fuck out of teams. I want to have a little bit of that Kansas City fear factor. I want to have a little bit of that, Will Fuller, ish, like, hey, this guy could run past us type of vibe going on. I really want that. McNeil. He loved McNeil, the one who just got picked for the Lions. Eric? Because I didn't listen today. I listened to a little bit of the talk about Russillo pick. So Philly just okay. I go back and listen sometimes. Sometimes I listen live. Sometimes I don't, depending on who the guests are. Fucking Tasker nailed the pick though. That mother, he had a tip. He had to have had a tip because he just laid it out and he said, yeah, the Bills are gonna pick Russillo. He's just hanging out midday, takes his glasses off. The Bills are gonna pick Russillo. They picked all defensive linemen. They picked they picked a big tackle. They picked 2 defensive linemen. They have to pick a lineman here. Defensive tackle. Okay, so they picked a big nasty. I've got friends of all, like I've got Eagle friends, I've got Giant friends, I've got a Redskins friend, I got some Dallas friends, a few Steelers friends, a few Patriot friends. I know one Dolphin guys, nice guys, a couple of Atlanta friends. Trying to go through the teams out San Francisco. Trying to go, let's see who else I have here. I think I have the whole NFC East covered. I have the whole NFC East covered. Dallas, Philly, Giants, and Washington. Oh, you're in Steelers country. You're out there. You're in what's the name of that? Is that Center County? Is that Center County? Is that where you are? I mean, it's pretty big out there. Penn State, happy. I mean, it's 2 hours north of Pittsburgh, 3 hours. So you shoot right. You're in like a nice little spot. You're in a nice little spot. Man, you drive out there for a few hours, you don't see shit. You break down, you better have AAA. Washington's pick is in like that. So Mel says De'Ami Brown, Ronnie Perkins are his best. Amani Rogers, Hunter Long. I like Tremmel. I'm telling you, I like Tremmel. I like Anthony Schwartz. Cornerback, Minnesota. Okay. I mean, anything that drives the guys down to me, I'm a fan of, so I like that. Yeah, I lived in a place like that in Florida, right outside of Kissimmee, right outside of St. Cloud. I mean, the nearest thing was a 4 miles away. It was like just a Texaco gas station. It was very, very I don't know if you guys watch soccer. There's a center back that plays for a German team that has that same last name. He's fast, so that's why I know it's St. Just. You want to say St. Justy? It's just St. Just. Dallas. I don't know why. Like, I'm always curious to see what Dallas does because I just loathe them. I'm like, what does Dallas do? Like, what do they do? Just because I cannot stand them. Like, everything that they do just rubs me the wrong way. And everything they do, I hope, turns to shit. What should Washington's new name be? Like, did you see that big survey they sent out in the newspaper? It's like they gave like a team like 20 names. Look at the beard Steven's rocking. Steven put on some weight. No, that's Mike McCarthy. He looks like shit. I thought it was his son. Dallas's pick is in. Hour and 15 minutes away. Let me see. Let me see if anybody tipped it on Twitter. They're loose lip down there. Trying to suss out anybody broke the trying to see if anybody tipped the Dallas pick. Basham apparently is talking to the to the Bills right now. I had a good deal of contact with the Bills. Did some Zoom calls with them. Felt they went really well. He's a hard-nosed defense, even though he liked to play Madden. He used the Bills. That's funny. I mean, I'm just trying to see if anybody tipped the Dallas pick. No, nothing yet, but we'll see. We'll see, guys. You can see the Fieldhouse State. Oh, nice, nice, nice. The Washington Hogs, huh? Oh, so you live in Orchard Park, Eric, huh? That's Orchard Park, so you live right there. Do they have a fan? Nah, they don't have a fan event, right? They don't have any fan events. That was a stupid question. They're not. They should. I mean, I don't get why, these states are doing this wishy-washy thing. Texas is open, Florida's open, and you got a full house. Pretty much, you got at least 1,000 people plus out there at Cleveland right now. I mean, I just don't see why that they're not just infusing the just letting the people go live their lives, do their thing. I was just about to ask you guys a stupid question. I guess this is a local TV show or a local commercial. I was gonna be like, "Yo, they're showing Jersey City," but you're not seeing it. I forget that different affiliates they syndicate the local commercials different. Say, I took the ticker off. God damn it! Damn it, guys. Dougie, yeah, Eric, that's cool, dude. Yeah, I mean, I really hope that first Bills game was. I think did they win that game? There was a game that the Bills played. I believe it was in '96, and I remember fucking Zach Thomas took an interception back against the Bills. Really pissed me off. Who is this guy? Adrian Osada, guitarist for the Black Pumice. That he's gonna be quick. He doesn't give a shit. Oh, you know who he is? His brother was drafted, right? I think it was Ozzy. He had a similar kind of first name, and he retired. He actually was with the Bills for a minute in camp, and then he quit. He quit. Mario tried to throw a Hail Mary at the end, towards the scoreboard end zone. It was a few yards short, got knocked down. The Bills won that game, I assume. Yeah, the one I saw in '96, the Bills lost. I was in Florida still, and they lost that one. It was real fucking irritating. 50-yard touchdown. Yeah, Molds is a classic case of a wide receiver who took a few years to blossom. In this day and age, he would have been considered a bust. Fans would have wanted his skin. Media would have wanted him gone. Like, the guy's never done anything. And just that '98 year, especially with Doug Flutie, I remember that Carolina game was really his coming out party. I think it was a Sunday night game, and he just went off. He went off, and then he still holds the record. I mean, it was at like 260 receiving yards against the Dolphins in the '98 playoffs. I know Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a running back for the Dolphins then. I think the next year it might have been Lamar Smith. Saints pick is in. They could take a receiver here. They're a team that could take a receiver. I'm just really hoping the Bills get a chance at least a couple of the guys that that could help. I always like to know that they had their pick. You know what I mean? They didn't get stuck with they leftovers. I think that's the Mario Davis. Yeah, I think that's the Mario Davis because he looks like he's in. Yes, the Mario Davis because he's still in playing shape. Okay, so they took a corner. Stanford. All right, the corners are starting to go now. 48-yard touchdown catch. Okay, so you were off by 2 yards. That's still pretty good recall, dude. Okay, so the way it looks right now is the Vikings are up. It says the Viking. Well, it's the Chargers, the Vikings, Raiders pick back to back, 79 and 80. The Bills are like 16 picks out. 4, 5, 6, 15 picks till the Bills get on the clock. So we'll be here. We'll be here for a few. But I'm interested. I'm interested to see what the other teams do. Oh, Chargers ain't playing. Pick is in. I think it's Is it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it 5 minutes or 7 minutes for the third? I think it's 10 minutes. I think no. Wait. I think it's 10-7-5 or is it 10-7-7? I'm not sure how the minutes that they get. I think it's because I haven't seen a ticker yet. Chargers, the pick is in. Who are they going to take? Saints draft room. Is that where's Sean Payton? Is he even there? I don't see him. Okay, so rounds 3 to 5 minutes per pick. Okay, so that's much better. So we're rolling. The Bills should be picking around 11 o'clock. Who's this cat? It's a hell of a. He's got a hell of a jacket on. It's one hell of a jacket. Was he gonna? He's going right to it. Ah, he's a good receiver too. He worked Patrick Surtain. He definitely worked the Georgia corner, Eric Stokes. He worked him really well. If you go watch those highlights, he gave them hell. They have no type of quarterback at Tennessee. They haven't had a quarterback since T. Martin, Peyton Manning. They haven't had a good corner. So he's big. He reminds me of see, they're showing the Georgia. Oh, he just went up and asked that Georgia. I mean, he didn't have run past him, but he went up and got that shit, and he fucking went after Kelvin Joseph here too. Yeah, their quarterback was trash at Tennessee. I can't pronounce his name. That's the 1 foot rule, and he's gonna have to get 2 down in the NFL. They will really want to get back to playing Bills defense in 2022, 2021. They really want to get back to playing Bills 2019, 2000, even parts of 2017 defense, where I think that's the way that they think that they feel that they can fix some of the other issues is just getting after the quarterback, getting him down, making him either throw the ball away, rush his throw, tip passes, or sacks. How about that? How about getting the guy to the ground? How many times have we seen critical plays in games the Bills have lost where the Bills have the quarterback and he just wasn't brought to the ground? I mean, the Deshaun Watson play from 2019. If Siran Neal and I believe it's Milano make that play, game is probably the Bills. I think they're going to take a receiver. Linebacker. I thought it was his brother, the wide receiver, for a second. Yeah, this kid played quarterback and then he switched. See, I like the fact that they have all the hats there. They just show we don't know where this kid's going. So he's got all his hats here. It's a cool thing to still give out to people and let them know. It's a cool souvenir. I was a part of this draft. Here's the hats that the league gave us. It's cool. So the Raiders are picking twice. Boom, boom. So this is going to – who knows what they're going to do. They're going to do some crazy shit. Guys, I'm just going to go grab a water real quick. It's going to take me a second. It's just right here. Thanks for listening to How you doing, Mom? All right, back, guys. Thanks for waiting. Yeah, the Raiders are already almost done with their first clock. How you guys feeling? Two defensive ends, young. They look, they look live. Different types of players, same position, but different skill sets, different body types. One is a little bit more, I would say, Russillo's a little bit more of a project with a higher upside. There's a lot more production with Basham, a lot more experience, obviously. So I think the Bills got two players at the same position that bring a lot of different things to the table. And I think it's just more chess pieces for them to work with, keeping Milano clean, keeping Edmonds clean, keeping Oliver clean, letting those guys run, push up field, play more in space in the deep third, in the middle, not being able to, have bodies on them because Russillo is so long. His arms, he's going to get on guys before they get to him. He plays well in the run game. I mean, his build is nice. I mean, that picture of him next to McDermott and Bean was, wow. That guy, that's an impressive kid. I'm trying to read up here. I'm trying to see if anything. Sal says Boogie Basham calls himself a chess piece. The Bills can use him on the defensive line. He also said, okay, very organized, very detailed, which was no surprise to anyone. Just trying to do some reading. Let me see. I'm just doing some reading. I'm trying to see if anybody tipped that Raiders pick, but nobody did yet. So how you guys holding up? I don't know. I don't know if you guys got a chance to get some sleep last night, or we're just excited about adding some players. I'm always excited to see new guys on the team. Especially with this regime, they have a plan. They follow it. They're not wishy-washy. There's a proven track record. Back I was talking with a friend earlier today about, I'll always root for guys the Bills pick. I'll always root for the blue. I'll always root for anybody who puts on that uniform to be the best, as they say, the best version of themselves for the Bills. And it was really disheartening to see that when things wouldn't come to fruition, or when we knew things were going to fall apart, or that we're going to have to start over again, new regime, new coach, new quarterback search. Just, it's so like, wow, like looking forward, like always look forward to football season, but really looking forward to football season, waking up on Sundays. It was just times where a lot of you guys, I know that the guys like Eric, you the younger guys, finally felt what that confidence is like. You wake up on Sunday on a game day and you expect to win that game, and you expect to see great things on the field. You expect to see spectacular plays. You expect to see, highlight reel plays, plays that you're like, oh shit, and you look back and like, oh, remember that play. And for so long, just we were victims of that. Other teams were assing us. Now we're the benefactors. So the Raiders, I assume they've made both picks, so these picks are going to go fast, and the Bills will be about 12 picks away. And then I think shortly after the Bills, they get into the compensatories. As of right now, the Bills have no picks in the fourth round, so it's going to be tomorrow, like a big block of time that they don't pick. And from what I know, the little that I know, and it's very minuscule, the Bills are not interested in giving away picks from next year. They're not interested in doing that. I think they want their full allotment of ammo for next year because there's going to be more players in the draft pool. The Raiders pick has been in for 10 minutes. Why don't they announced it? Oh, they picked the UB linebacker, Nunes. Malcolm Nunes. That's who the Raiders picked with 79. Let's see who 80 is. Because they've made both. I'm sure they've made both selections. Let me pull up the draft tracker. $12 picks to the Bills. So the Bills select. Seems like forever, guys. It really does seem like forever when you're waiting for the picks to start moving along. Is that who are you guys watching? NFL Network or ESPN? I wonder if the chat is uploading. You guys are just chilling, watching. Let's see what's up with this. Oh, you got ESPN on tonight? ESPN, same thing. I stopped with the NFL Network. Got my boy Dave hit me up. I'm gonna have to hit him back about the pick. Spencer Brown. Let's see. Bills just put up some Boogie Basham highlights. Let's check them out. Their fullback is going to announce both picks, huh? Funny, the Raiders did beat Cleveland in Cleveland last year. Let's check out Boogie Basham's highlights, guys. I'm going to put it in the room now. Turn it down. It's only a minute clip, but I'm sure there's a lot more on YouTube if you go looking. He wears number 9. He's eligible to wear number 9 now for the Bills. If he wants to wear number 9, he can. See, I like this. Just get the picks going. Oh, fuck. Fuck. I like Diablo. Shit. Fuck. God damn it. Damn it. Trying to read up damn it. I like Diablo a lot. Yeah, he picked number 50. But he's out. I mean, he wore 15. You never know that he could switch. You know how these numbers things goes, but that's going to be, I think it's cool. I think it's fun, you know, because I don't really, I'm not married to that tradition per se. You know, the receivers wearing whatever they want in between, 1 and 19, 80 to 19, and so on and so forth. I'm not married to that. I like tradition, but that's football started like that. Guys wore all different types of numbers. I mean, I saw defensive linemen wear numbers in the 80s and stuff like that. There was some, I think Chuck McNarick was, great Philly defensive player, two-way player, wore like a number in the 80s. I knew he was going to get fucking picked. God damn it. I asked somebody that. They said they didn't know. He had a little cup of coffee with the Bills too, as if you remember, just a little bit. They picked him. He got waived by the Green Bay Bills. Picked him up just for a hot second there, but I'm not sure. The Dolphins are picking, so let's see what they do. That affects us or doesn't affect us, but I like to see what the division does. Darn it. I really wanted that guy. Tight end. Okay. They took a tight end. Bills are, what was it, 10, 11 picks out? Ticking along here, guys. Gonna hopefully have a chance at a guy, and that'll be the Bills' last pick for like 14 hours, 13 hours, because there's no pick in the fourth round. They have 2 fifths though, so they'll be able to grab a couple of dudes. Matt Milano was a 5th round pick, so let's not discount those picks tomorrow. Write them off as cannon fodder for the roster. Boston College, Tommy Sweeney type of guy. They always have hard-nosed players, tough players. They're not flashy. They're just grinders, those Boston College guys. Playing Pitt here. Washington picked their player right away. They got him. Trying to see what's up with the anybody's tipped that pick. Occasionally, a few guys will pick it. Let me see. Let me see, guys. Nothing yet, but we're just kind of all hoping. What are we hoping for? Yeah, Diggs. Diggs was a 5th round pick too. 5th round pick. Yep. From Maryland, just a guy they thought was just going to be, a 3rd or 4th receiver in the league. A guy that wasn't going to have a career, that was what it's turned into, where he's one of the top 3-5 receivers in the league easily. Setting a lot of Bills records, receptions, yards. We need to get some receivers that are catching like double-digit touchdowns. So that's one area like I want to see the Bills. Oh, is it in the highlight I put in the thing? Let me look.
All right, here we go.
Oh, this is the pick. I want to see the. If you're watching a separate, you could put it in the room, man. If you're watching separate ones, let me turn the sound down here. Yeah, I don't know what college this is, but it's definitely not. Trying to see his body type. He's got a good bend. He looks leaner than that, like 270. He's thick. Oh, he flung that kid to the ground. Holy shit! I like that violence. I just cleaned up Howell from North Carolina. Nice. I just like they have names. They already have nicknames. We got the Groat and we got the Boogie. The Groat and the Boogie. Oh, is that Virginia Tech? Yeah, he just cleaned up their quarterback. Howell again from the backside. Let me check out. Okay. I really, really appreciate you guys coming in the room on a Friday. I know a lot of you guys have lives. And, you're doing your thing. So if you're setting time aside to watch this with me, I really appreciate it. Let me see. We've got Damn. They're really maybe they picked De'Ami Brown because this guy just put up a highlight. They just put up a highlight of De'Ami Brown, so maybe Washington picked him. It's very possible. Am I? I'm pretty boring, dude. But I appreciate that, Chris. Thanks, man. We're Bills fans. We all like the have a lot of passion for the team. All right. Anthony Schwartz is still my hope. Anthony Schwartz is my hope. But I appreciate that, Chris. Thank you very much. It means a lot. I mean, I don't have any, like, these guys have tons of camera time, tons of tons of fluff, tons of prep. I just kind of like off the cuff do everything. Like everything is off memory. I don't make any notes. I just come on here and I make it as raw as I can. That's what sports is to be. It's not to me, it's too corporate now. It's got too much fringe. I think that more so now than ever, fans make sports what they are. And it's just like nothing shows that more than soccer, because if you watch soccer and those empty stadiums over in Europe without fans, it's terrible. I mean, I still watch it, but you see what the fans do for those stadiums. It's insane. Even the small ones, those places are insane. They're really, really live. So the Panthers pick is in. The Bills are like 9 picks out right now, guys. So we're flying here. I'm kind of trying to figure out. Let me see about wide receivers. Who's some of the Daz Newsome, Darby. I see Nico Collins. Anthony Schwartz is definitely a dude. Tremmel is a dude. Like I could see the Panthers taking Tremmel here. Michael Irvin's giving this guy a big old kiss. Fuck. I spoke it into existence. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I don't like because everything you're seeing here, dude, is scripted, teleprompted, fed through the earpiece. I mean, I'm not a media guy, but I do know plenty of people who work in it because where I live, and I've just kind of met people as a secondary consequence of where I live over the years by accident, and it's very, very filtered. Let's just say everything we watch on TV is extremely, extremely micro edited, very minutia like everything. And when they fuck up, I mean, it's hard to make mistakes. I'm like, the way these people, all the different little checks and balances they have now, I don't know how they make mistakes. Cowboys pick is in. I fucked up. I've said I like his voice. I like Shope's voice. I don't like the arrogance sometimes, if you will. I think he's got a great radio voice, though. Bulldog's just been around forever. Nice guy. But I don't have the voice for radio. I terrible fucking voice. I sound very nasally. I don't have the there's a skill that they do with their breathing to make their voices sound a certain way. There was a guy I knew in a chat room many years ago, stupid quick story. And he would just come in the chat room. It was a chat room called Sports Banter. And it was on a app called, it was not an app, it was a thing called Pal Talk. This guy had a fucking voice like, I was like, dude, why didn't you like get into radio? You could be like a play-by-play guy. He was a security guard who was an alcoholic, and he would just come into the chat room and just talk. And it was kind of sad because there'd be times in there he'd be really sloshed, slurring his words. I'm like, man, you just have a voice that could make you millions of dollars. I never said anything to him about the drinking, but he should have done something with that voice because it was impressive. They don't even know who he is. This guy is just like, he's like, who's that? He's like, who's Chauncey Golston? Let me see what the bill. Okay, let's look at what we got, guys. Okay, the tight ends that I wanted is gone. Tremel's gone. I had the rounds right at least, so I'm going to give myself a little head on that. Offensive line. Meinertz is available. Spencer Brown's available. Ben Cleveland, Drew Dahlman. Let's look at linebackers. Jabril Cox is still there. That's an interesting guy. Jabril Cox interests me here. That's a guy that could get a little bit of a look. Let me see safeties, hybrids. Not many. The Florida State guy I was never a fan of. Hamsha Nazar Eldin, I was just never a fan of his. The guy I like, it's kind of down there, Jacoby Stevenson. He's kind of a guy, maybe that 5th round range, but I like him. You know, do you risk losing him? But for me, right now, I'm looking at, yeah, they got to go BPA. I don't like that fucking Syracuse corner. Somebody take him. I'm sick of people mentioning him. Wide receiver, USC. Oh, Clemson. Oh, they took a wide receiver so Aaron can put his tampon on. He got injured real bad, Johnny Utah. They traded up for this, Eric. You should have seen the fans of different teams before you come on when the. Yeah, like they were like, I didn't see that they had traded up for this. Wyatt Davis got injured in the national championship game pretty bad in the knee. I don't know if it's yeah, man. I like that guy. That guy is a fuck. If you can do what he did in the SEC, when you're like just running past people, pulling away from people, blowing past people, like I like that. And like Bean said, I don't want to lose my fastball. That guy provides a fastball. Maybe he's not the most polished receiver. Look what Gabe Davis was able to do. You know, look at the veterans that this guy would have to learn from. He just is very intriguing. You know, kick return. You know, I would really like that. But you know what? I'm going to trust what they do here in a few picks. Whatever it is, I'm going to trust it. I mean, he might get picked in the next few picks. So what am I talking about? You know, the Vikings are up. Maybe they take them. So let me see what the Vikings do. That big grizzly looking lineman. Basham's excited. I'm just trying to look here. Trying to just meander over the Vikings. Who do you think is going to be? Nico Collins, big guy, but you got to figure a guy that's going to be picked here for the Bills is going to have to play on special teams to get a jersey. You know, 48 active. I personally think you should get the whole 53 available to you, but and especially if you have the 17 practice squad, which I like. I like the call-ups. I don't like I like the practice squad protection. I like the fact you can protect guys that'll say, like, I don't want you to poach this guy. We developed him, we coached him, we drafted him. I like Cox better than Baron Browning, man. I like that guy a lot. Like covering tight ends, he had a pretty high grade. And I know college is weird, it's different. He did transfer from North Dakota State, same place Trey Lance, Carson Wentz. So he would transfer to LSU. Oh, so he was a third round. Okay. Kellen Mond was a third round pick. Huh? If the pick is in, announce it, damn it. Hate that. Just trying to check out the old Instagram, see if anything juicy's on there. I'm only proud of myself. Like I was able to find the rounds guys were going to go in or the days. I knew Diablo would go today. I knew Tremel would go today. I knew Josh Palmer had a good chance to go today. Also, unfortunately, a couple of the other players I liked. I did not think the Bills would double down on defensive ends. I don't think anybody could have predicted that. Yesterday, we thought, the Rousseau pick pretty much spelled the end of one of Hughes and Addison. Now, it's pretty much set in stone that one of those guys is going to be gone. And I would venture to say it would be Addison because you got a younger player, a captain, a more tenured player on the team. And those type of guys, I think with Bean, with McDermott would value keeping around. And he's still a pretty good player. He's still a solid player. He brings some stuff to the table, I think. And with younger players around him, spell him a little more, will benefit him. Let's see who the Vikings are going to run out there to make this pick. It's a woman. We'll see who she is. Who is she? $5 million, huh? There goes Wyatt Davis. Does he have a brace on his knee? Well, he's not braced up, but I know he had surgery. And he got injured in the national championship game. Like, he got carted off. I mean, I think it's pretty much guaranteed, Utah. I think it's guaranteed now. And you just gotta, there's not enough roster spots. What's up, Jacob? Yeah, they have one more coming up, 93. Yeah, we're at pick 87, so we're only 5 picks out, man. Sal tweeted out, according to Spotrac, the Bills would save $5.3 million by making Mario Addison a post-June 1st cut, costing dead cap this year, $2 million next year. Oh, I think it's 100% on the table. I think that happens next week, as a matter of fact, because they'll want to give him the opportunity to catch on somewhere else. They'll want to respect, you know what I mean, out of respect for the player. I think the Steelers will go offensive line here. Worried about the Rams taking a wide receiver. No, I don't think they'll take a wide receiver because they just took a wide receiver earlier. So I'm getting. Let me see who else is up the tracker, because it's getting down to the nitty gritty. We've got the Browns, Minnesota again, and Tennessee. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks away, guys. 6 picks away. So we're patiently and impatiently waiting. Will you stop? I mean, if I want the Bills to not draft, I would like somebody to just not draft him, just to say, like, this guy is good. Because when I watched him play, he's still available. Trey Smith is still available. I think, did you guys ever see The Program? Did you guys ever see the movie The Program, the football movie with Eric Scheffler and Christina Swanson? Back in the day, James Caan. Did you guys ever? You guys had to have seen that movie, The Program. But you've seen it, Dougie. See that movie, Eric. The guy who plays Alvin Mack is Wyatt Davis's father. The guy who plays Alvin Mack, the linebacker, is actually Wyatt Davis's father in real life. I don't like him, Utah. Like, he's tall, but he's not, like, he doesn't turn well. He's just kind of a tall guy, and he looks the part. I don't think he plays the part. This guy's getting into it. This guy just let him have it. This guy's like, ugh. I don't think they're going to take a corner today. I don't think they're taking a corner. But trade alert. Rams are on the clock. LA Rams trade the pick to the 49ers. 49ers are on the clock. What do they want? I think they take a corner because they're old at the cornerback position. They're really old, and they're slow at the cornerback position. The Bills just destroyed them. They really ate them up. So they flipped the pick to the 49ers. My girl's hitting me up. Sorry, guys. I'm just hitting her up real quick. Jaquiski Tart. So they took a running back. I don't trade up for running backs. So they took a running back. They've gone offense every pick. They went offensive line, Aaron Banks. They obviously picked a quarterback who's likely not going to play for them barring injury, and they took a running back. So yeah, I remember him. Lattimore. We need a swing tackle. I like Spencer Brown. Okay, there we go, Johnny Utah. Speaking my language, Spencer Brown would be my pick for that. Nah, see, roids don't make you an athlete. They make you strong. Like I've never taken juice. I've known guys who are on juice and who are current. I know younger guys who are currently on juice, and I know older guys who used to hit slam juice. And the older guys I know who slam juice, let me tell you something. They're done, man. Like I know one dude, he is fucking shot. Like he was telling me the other day, like he can barely like hold himself up to have sex. Like he can't even like put his arms like he's just his shoulders. He says his shoulders just give out because and that's sad. Like if you look at the guy, you're like, damn, you're not so like he's not like he can barely do the elliptical. It's crazy. Like that shit just destroys the soft tissues, the ligaments. Yep, at defensive end. I don't know if it was 75 pounds, but it was like 25 pounds. I think in the movie, the assistant coach said it was like 25, which is a lot of muscle, man. That's a lot of muscle. Houston, Minnesota, Cleveland, and who else do we got in front of the Bills? Tennessee. So let me see who the best. Let me look at the pick is in for Tennessee. We're trying to look at what's up here. Yeah, I'm hoping for Anthony Schwartz here. Please let it be Anthony Schwartz. Please let it be Anthony Schwartz. I want a can opener, guys. Bobby Hart. Yeah, he's more. Yeah, you just hope that they don't play swing tackles. And I think Ryan Bates could be a swing tackle too, to be honest with you. I would not discount him because he's been around for a little bit. You know, they've kept him, on the roster for going on his third year. They've added, Forrest Lamp, Hart. You just kind of hope these guys don't play. And then, somebody's going to get released that they could end up picking up. So it's not a pressing need. I just want something a little more dynamic in the receive, just a little bit like, shit, this guy's on the field, Josh Allen's the quarterback, we know what can happen. I don't like Ryobi drills. I like the Walt drills. I've never been a Ryobi fan. Sorry, I thought out loud there for a second. Dennis Kelly, he's been around, kind of a similar ilk of Bobby Hart. He was with the Eagles, with the Titans. Let me look. I'm trying to see like the best available, so-called. So the corners, they're saying the best available: Molden, Kerry Vincent Jr. I mean, I'm not of the persuasion of a corner. Daz Newsome as wide receiver could be interesting. Spencer Brown, I like a lot. Trey Williams, Eric mentioned him a few minutes ago. Just really. There goes Nico Collins. So there's one receiver down now. Maybe there's been a little bit of a run on receivers in the last like hour. You know, you've had De'Ami Brown go, a couple of guys, you know, that were kind of now Nico Collins is the name that's gone. You're wheedling the numbers down there for me. It's getting down to that like situation. I do like that a few of these kids that might be undrafted free agents though. So if they don't take one here, I won't be devastated, but I personally won't be happy. Vikings pick. Damn, the Vikings just made this pick quick. See, I could see them taking a corner. I could see them taking a corner quick. Buffalo's going swing tackle. Bobby Hart. Okay. Wide receiver. What's up, What's how you doing, man? May the Schwartz be with you. Oh, God. Well, who did he end up? He's with Tennessee now. He ended up with Darden. Oh, Jalen. Nah, yeah. I like Schwartz, man. I just like that kid. Something about him. Can't believe Houston is trading all the. Yeah, Houston is just that they're in total rebuild mode, man. Yeah, sure. He ran a low 4.3 and a 4.25. So I don't think there's a corner. Yeah, I don't think there's a corner right now. Like I go corner tomorrow. Just don't worry about it now. Like for me, the corners that are worth two shits. Who is this woman that they keep sending up here? Who is she? Defensive end, Pittsburgh. Oh, I thought it was fucking. I'm like, please don't be Anthony Schwartz. Please don't be Anthony Schwartz. It wasn't. Okay. Cleveland's next. Who is that? Whose numbers did you post? Oh, Ben Cleveland. It's a big dude, big physical dude, man. Nasty guy. I'll never get mad at drafting linemen. I mean, I can't. So I'm not going to be mad at that. Yeah, he's a possibility, versatile guy, but I think he's more of a late day 3 dude. Where did he go to Toledo? I think he went to Toledo, but I'm in agreement with Jake here. I don't think there's a corner here that you just go up there and take and you say, oh, you know, he's the panacea. He's going to challenge Wall. I don't think any corner that they take right now. Personally, I don't think any corner that they take right now could beat out a second-year Dane Jackson. They sent out Myles Garrett. Bills are a pick away. So Tennessee's a wild card for me. I hope they go defense. Iowa, okay. I knew he went to a Midwestern school, just wasn't sure which. I know Ben Cleveland's Georgia, so. Yeah, that's kind of worrying me right now, man. I really hope they want a veteran. You know, I hope they're not looking for a rookie. So I knew it. I knew every fucking guy, and you have this proof. You guys have this. Every fucking guy I mentioned, how many, like 5, 10 minutes, 20, they got taken. Every fucking guy. Divine Diablo, Schwartz, De'Ami Brown. All right, I'm going offensive line, guys. I don't like none of these receivers no more. I don't like none of the receivers. Spencer Brown, Ben Cleveland, fucking give me the best lineman offensively or defensively. I don't give two shits. That's possible, man. He's Miner's possibility. He looks like a Bill, man. He looks like a Bill. Tremmel. Fuck. How many guys have I mentioned that got fucking taken? I'm not some savant, but like I know what I see when I see football players, and I have a general idea of where they're gonna go. Obviously, I can't accurately pick the team, but kind of have a general idea. Okay, so yeah, okay. I like that one, Johnny Utah. The one you just put in the room, I like him. God damn it. All right, Bills are on the clock. We're on the clock. Let's see what happens. Let me look at some of the positions. Refresh here. I mean, you got Michael Carter, Kenneth Gainwell. Those guys are running backs. Let me see receivers. Cornell Powell, maybe. Daz Newsome, Simi Fanoku, I like him. The kid from Stanford, tall kid. I like him. All right, there's one receiver I like. He's got a lot of, if you look him up, he's got a lot of, how do I say it? Creed Humphrey's not on the board, dude. He's gone. Oh, Chase Claypool in him, if you look him up. So I like him. He's a different type of receiver, though. Big receiver. Let me look at middle guys. I don't like that Tyler Shelvin guy. He's big, but I've heard he's lazy. Marvin Wilson, Jabril Cox, I would say. Jabril Cox. Somebody like that. Pick is in. It says the pick is in. I'm not going to tip the pick. Yeah. He's more of a 3-tech, kind of like Oliver, you know. I don't know if they would bookend the pick like that. Minerts. Okay, so you got Minerts, Jabril Cox, Spencer Brown. So there's players there. Let's see what they do, guys. You're guessing Minerts. I would not be. I personally look at offensive line, right now, but who knows? I mean, nobody thought Basham, Ruseo Basham. That's a pretty crazy haul. They say the Bills need a running back, an offensive tackle, a corner. So I would say Spencer Brown would be a nice pick right now. Deontay Smith would be a nice pick. Meinertz, Cleveland. So those are 4 linemen that they can choose from, and they have their pick of those guys. Spencer Brown, tackle. Spencer Brown is the pick, guys. Okay, so they go big across the board, big linemen. Oof! Just fucking destroyed my one man. Oh, he's a nasty prick. He takes guys, he pile drives dudes. Oh, this guy's gonna get fucked. Yeah, I didn't like the tackle depth. I would think they're going to try to school him up as much as possible in terms of right tackle, left tackle. But he's nasty though. He looks like he plays nasty. Like he wants to pile drive dudes to the ground. He doesn't look like one of those nice guys. So they had their pick and they chose him. He ran a 4.92, 74 length. He's got, big hands, big wingspan, it's an 82-inch wingspan. He's 23. So they go across, they pick linemen. They just pick linemen, man. They pick big, defensive linemen, offensive linemen. It's not a sexy pick. It's not even as sexy as the Basham Ruseo picks, but there was some thinness there on that offensive line. And I think what happened to Bean in 2018 is always going to be in his mind where, you get an incognito flies off the rails after, restructuring his contract. They have to cut him. Eric Wood all of a sudden fails the physical. They have to release him. Because he retires, his neck is shot. So they have to go piecemeal offensive line in front of a rookie quarterback who they didn't want to put in that position, with the Russell Bodines and the John Millers and just Ryan Broyes. They just had to piece it together the best they could. And, Jordan Mills and it was a shit show. And they never want to have, he's always going to have that with him, and he's never going to allow that line to erode again around this, because this is his baby. Josh Allen is his baby. So right now, our offensive line group, you've got, and you look at who they brought in already. They brought in Forrest Lamp. They brought in, I was not comfortable with Bobby Hart being the backup tackle. Ryan Bates is a swing guy. Spencer. So Baltimore's making the pick. We're getting down into the compensatories now. Ben Cleveland. That seems like a guy that they would take. Yeah, they needed some nasty. They need some. He wasn't gonna last though. You know, he wasn't gonna last. I like the fact they didn't trade. They didn't make any trades up. They just kind of stayed home with their picks. They didn't get cute. Kind of shocked they didn't trade down, but it's very hard to trade down. It is very hard to trade down. It's not easy. You know, a lot of teams aren't too keen on wanting to trade down, wanting to give up the future picks. Who can blame them? Buccaneers. Now we're going to get into the compensatory picks. Oh. Let me see if the Bills put it on. I just like to repost the picks on my timeline. You know, only get to do this once a year. Spencer Brown. I always fuck this up. Post story. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. If you guys want to follow me on IG, Twitter, whatever, Vicious155 across the board. So I'm not that interesting. It's workout stuff, Bills stuff, here and there. Nothing crazy. Damn, that sucks. I mean, I can't hate on any of the picks. He didn't play in 2020. School suspended football. Okay, so he did not play. So Doug puts a tidbit in the room. This is why you have a room, you know, with people in it that are astute and, you know, that are grassroots fans, not bullshit fans, you know, fair weather plastic fans. And, you know, I did not know that. So both Rousseau and Brown did not play football in 2020. Rousseau I knew about, Brown I did not know about. So this kid's body is fresh. You know, you got to get him. Yeah, I wonder what his strength is like at this point because you're not playing football. You know, you're working out on your own. The Patriots are picking now. It's like three straight NFC, AFC teams. Okay, so we just went big. Bills went big. Bills went big on the first 2 days of the draft. Gregory Rousseau, Carlos Boogie Basham, Spencer Brown. Tackle eligible plays, maybe some big plays, you know, short yardage plays, swing tackle, planning for the future. There's a lot of factors weigh in. He did dominate the Senior Bowl according to Johnny Utah. I didn't know he played in that game. It was such a different script. Thanks for the 18 people in the room. I appreciate it. The 8 likes. Thank you so much. Says the Patriots pick is in. Belichick has a sick obsession with tight ends and linebackers. Is that who? I mean, I'm not shocked if he picked one of those positions. I mean, not at all. Spencer Brown is totally catching a TD this year, according to this guy. The Bills are one injury tackle away from Bobby Hart being on the field. It's not a bad plan. He's compared to Jared Veldheer. Basketball backgrounds. Really tall guy, long guy. So according to this, his athletic testing was through the roof. I'll put the tweet in the room. He ranked athletically athletically, he had the best metrics of every tackle drafted since 97. I'm sorry, 87, which was a strike year for the NFL. So he's got the best. I mean, take it for what it is, but am I going to sneeze at it? No. So there's a lot of clay to work with, a lot of stuff to mold. So we're gonna get some interesting some interesting choices. The coaches are gonna have some real fun with these guys, I'm sure, because these are high level athletes. These aren't your old school like plodding guys. These guys, the way they run, you see some of these linemen now with their shirts off. They don't have guts, they have abs, and these guys weigh 300 pounds. It's insane. But even when they retire from football, they lean out. You look at Joe Thomas, you look at Eric Wood, Luke Staley put up a pic today. I mean, Joe Staley, I'm sorry, the guy looks amazing. Looks like they all go down to like the 250s once they're done playing. John Fina was athletic freak, number 70. He was ahead of his time in terms of, went to Arizona, was an Arizona Wildcat, was really good for the Bills for a long time. Big into biking. I know he was big into biking, and really got into it more after he retired. Let's see what the Patriots have done here. This guy has a Cam Newton jersey on. Like, you're telling me you went and got a Cam Newton jersey after the season he had with the Patriots? Wow. You could tell he's a good boy. He's just chilling. He lives the life. He doesn't give a shit. Patriot bullshit. Like, people want to hear this. Defensive end. So, they're playing some good music, though, in the background. They really are there. So, all right, guys. Bills aren't going to pick again to the 5th round. They're going to do it twice. Let me load up the thing here, see when they're possibly picking tomorrow in the 5th round. I know they pick relatively close. They pick relatively close in the 5th round tomorrow. Let me see. Live blog reset. The Bills will pick 161 and 174 tomorrow, and so they're a ways out. Let's just put it that way. They're a ways out. Let me see, dude. Oh yeah, he's a nasty prick. I like that. I really like, and I'm not giving up on Ford either. I know a lot of people wrote him off for some reason. I think he's a guard. They're going to leave him at guard, and I think he's going to be a hell of a guard. I think that's where he should have been all along. It's nice to know he can play tackle in a pinch, but I think in the phone booth, I like him a lot better. Not sure if you got into this, but arrived late. Do you think one of the I think Epenesa is fine. I think Epenesa is going to have, I think what it means for Hughes after this year and Addison this year, I don't think Addison's on the football team this year. I don't think Addison is on the roster this year. I mean, given his age, given his contract, I think his time with the Buffalo Bills has come to an end. He started off, he led the team in sacks for a minute, but, I just think age, young man's game, catches up to you. These guys are, drafted high for a reason. Mario Addison was an undrafted free agent. Not to say that, he didn't make the best out of what he had. Not to say guys like that can't make it big, but the pedigree of the players, the pedigree of the player. That's why these guys that are like first round picks get so many chances, is because they have ability that and skill sets that the other guys don't have. The other guys win with their mind. They're good athletes to great athletes, but there's levels, and their levels are just a little bit higher. So the Chargers did, on the surface look like they did okay. Asante Samuel Jr. is a nice get. Josh Palmer's a nice get. I like their first 3 picks. I like Slater. I really thought the Giants should have took Slater, but they didn't. Yeah, he was there. I think it's a 5-5. I think it's 5, and the way these ends can kick inside, it might be 6-5, 6-4. So Utah maybe got that right. The way these ends kick inside, they kind of preserve, it's a passing lead. They preserve the bigger bodies. But I would like another big body in the middle of the defense. I definitely don't want to give up on that just yet. Yeah, he can play inside. He's an end. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was him, but there was one. I thought he should have kept chasing on the Hail Murray. I don't know if it was Addison, though. I can't say it was him. Well, what they asked Epinesa to do with his body last year was crazy, in terms of changing his body. When we've gone over this, changing his body composition. He wasn't with the strength staff for the first, 2 to 3 months of getting drafted. He was just working out at home. They asked him to lose weight, and then he came in light. There goes Meinertz. He's Canadian, huh? I didn't know he was Canadian. I don't know if they take a tight end now. I would take, for me, I would, whatever they choose, best player available. Whether it's another lineman or a defensive tackle, a linebacker, whatever, whatever the best position is. But what going back to Epinesa, you ask a guy to drop. I mean, at the combine, I think he was almost at 280. He comes to the Bills in, I think it's late July, at like 247. They go, holy shit, you lost too much fucking weight. We've got to put this back on you. They try to get him up to like mid-functional 250s, high 250s. And then in the course of trying to do that, he's trying to catch up with the playbook. He's trying to catch up, repping against NFL offensive players, trying to find his niche. So it was for all the rookies in the league, not just Epinesa, but maybe when you ask a player to change his body comp like that, because I remember when I saw Epinesa in uniform the first time, and I was like, he's lean as fuck. He's not the guy that I saw at Iowa. He's a different body type now. If you rated the teams in the division 1 out of 5 stars, what score would you give each for their draft? For their draft or for their roster? Yeah, I want Epinesa. I don't know if we have a double-digit sack guy on our roster, but let's just put it this way. I want like 6 to 7 guys to be within that 6 to 9 sack range. How about that? I want roster, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets. The way that they finished. Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets. The quarterback plays 65%. The coaching plays into it. When the teams played each other, Bills smoked the Dolphins. I have not heard of this guy. There's a guy I have not heard of. See, 6'4", 288. You know, there's like long, lanky guys. They're always going to try to take these converted wide receivers who are long and lanky and hope that they can be the next Richard Sherman. That's what their idea is with guys like that. You know who was Richard Lenny Bills? Yeah, easily. Yeah, I think there's 2-3 stars, and I still give the Jets a 1 star because all the guys they're hoping to change the dynamic of the team, to change just the whole, are rookies. They've never played in the league. Like, they're hoping Kyle Wilson comes in and changes the dynamic of the team. They hope, the wide receiver. They hope, they're hoping for, Elijah Vera Tucker to come change the fabric of their team, whereas the Bills have young, established guys, Pro Bowlers coming off an AFC championship. They're going into a lot of these guys are going into another offensive system. Speaking of which, I'm not a fan of tall corners. They're not, that's why I don't like the Syracuse kid. I don't like him. He's tall and he runs high. His hips are he just doesn't have, that was one thing for me when I played corner in high school. When I played rover corner, they're like, oh shit, you got hips. I'm like, yeah, when you grow up in a Latin American community, you got to dance. Otherwise you ain't going to get no girls. So it's like, you gotta move. And it's just, I was obviously the only pale corner. Yeah, I just don't like. I just personally don't, and that's another reason you don't see a lot of white corners. You don't see. There's not a lot of dancing in the house. A lot of I always say, love dancing. They love their kids to dance. They encourage it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of his, and I don't know if he's related to the kid, the other Melon Follow that got released. But he's a former second-round pick for the Raiders. The guy looked amazing with his shirt off, but been on 3 different teams, never stuck anywhere, never played well. Do I think the Jets should have stayed with Darnold? I don't care what the Jets do. Their organization is rotten from within. So Darnold could have stayed, same shit would have happened. Wilson's going to be there. Eventually the same shit's going to happen. Same shit. Yeah, they backpedal like this. Like they can't change the direction. Is trash. Yeah, well, he ended up with the Patriots, but I think he's an original pick of the Raiders. The Raiders had picked him. Yeah, I think they're related somehow. But also, did you guys see the clip of Zach Wilson in between? I believe it was Waddle, Jamar Chase. There was Trey Lance, and then there was Rousseau, and he's kind of like this meek little kid in between them all. Did you guys see that clip where he's just like, oh, like, I'm like, dude, you're gonna be the alpha. You're supposed to be the alpha. You're supposed to be the quarterback, leading grown ass men. They're supposed to look to you like, yo, this dude is that dude. He's gonna take the bull by the horns and lead us to victory. And you're standing around like these dudes, like you're not acting like you belong. Like, that would scare the fuck out of me, man. Little moments like that, there'll be fans that'll say, oh, those don't matter, those don't matter. Bean just said he had an offer to trade down from second to the third, but only if Basham wasn't there. Bean's talking right now, guys. Let me go on Bills.com. They just took Elijah Molden. He's probably in the live section. Let me see.
Basham and Spencer Brown were our best available
Right.
from what our board was saying.
Yeah, interesting too that he did reveal that he had a trade down deal complete here in round 3 to move further down, presumably in the compensatory area of the round, because they had the third to last regular pick.
Oh, it's his brother.
You got to believe it was somewhere down in the compensatory round. He said further down in round 3. He said we had the deal complete about 3 picks away from our pick, but we told them there's one guy still on the board here that we'd like to take if he's still there. So if our guy is there, the deal is off. And the guy was there, and his name was Boogie Basham. So they took him. I'm sorry, in round 2, and they would have added a pick in round 3. So,
Johnny Utah.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
One guy kept the deal from happening. He stayed on the board, and it was Boogie Basham. One other thing about Spencer Brown that I just think is interesting
Lions
to
are
note here,
picking.
because I love looking into these guys' backgrounds and seeing how they got to where they are now. So this guy's going to be fast friends with Josh Allen because he grew up on a cattle farm in southwest Iowa. So 2 farm boys, one protecting the other. They're going to be fast friends. 100-acre farm, cattle farm that his dad runs, and he was a 5-sport athlete. So baseball, football, basketball, golf, and track. Small school, so you got to kind of do everything so you have enough people on the teams.
I'm sorry, guys. I turned the sound down there. Titans just took a corner. Avery Williams is definitely a good player. I'd look for a guy like that in the fifth round area. You know, special teams guys like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See, like it's just an NFL corner that knows how to use his leverage would have just ran past him. Like he's long and shit, but I just like look how he's like up. He's up. He has to play long. Like I think quicker NFL receivers would just eat him alive. Like at most, I want my corner to be like 6'1.5". Like that's it. Like I don't need anything bigger than that. Like he looks the part. I mean, that's the thing is he looks the part. And you know, Syracuse was not a good football team. They were not a defensive juggernaut. 49ers are on the. They went all offense. They need a corner. Is this still the third? This is still the third round. This is still the third round. So they look like they have a sectioned off for fan bases. I mean, this type of stuff, they should just let everybody sit together. You know, you talk to other fan bases. You know, there's no animosity. It's fun. It doesn't look choreographed. Thomas Smith was the ultimate PBU corner. I'm actually friends with him on Instagram. He's a nice guy. Like he actually followed me back and everything. He was a really good player for the Bills. Didn't intercept the football, but if he would have had if he was a guy who got 3 to 4 interceptions a year, he would have been a Pro Bowler all the time because he was really good. Oh, they're always, dude. They live on Kool-Aid. They live on the Patriot. See, I knew they were going to take a cornerback. Aubrey Thomas from Michigan, 6', he fits their little profile. See, that's all I need my corner to be, though. I don't like him that light. I'd like him like in the 190 to 200 pound range, but I don't like 6 foot, 6'1.5". That's it. That's all I need. Ooh, he went up and got that shit. That was a good snatch. Who's this rep against? Northwestern. He picks the ball off, though. That's for sure. This is against Illinois. That's a Matter Bebe. That's a hell of a name. Josh Imatorbhebhe. I learned how to pronounce that. The pick is in for the Rams. Baltimore and Denver. How many more picks are there in this round, guys? I don't think Harbaugh will last much longer. But yeah, I don't know. I know they redid his contract there. I just think that he's such like you know, he's got the Bo Schembechler ties. He's living off the past. You know, I just he wears out his welcome quick. The guy's an egomaniac. He's a big weirdo. Like, these young guys don't want to be coached like that anymore. They don't, like, some of the older cats just don't know how to relate to the newer, younger generation of kids. Okay, so 205 is the end. So we're just a couple of picks away. Baltimore and Denver. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate that, man. I'll run through this with you guys, and then, I'll let you guys, get on with your evenings. You're probably tired. You want to chill. You want to, do what you want to do. Can you imagine? Yeah, imagine the dude like sleeping in your house on a recruiting trip. Like, he's like goes and sleeps in these kids' houses and shit. Like, dude, like it's, I don't want you in my house. Like, and if I was their parents, like, I'd be like, nah, you can go stay at the Circle 8 or some shit, the fucking Holiday Inn Express. Like, I want to walk around nude and shit. It says their pick is in, the Rams. The Rams are a weird drafting team. They never have a first-round pick. They always trade it for something. I wonder how they feel. Like, they got rid of Goff. They moved on to Matthew Stafford, who's, yeah, get a room. Get the fuck out of here. Like, there was a story. I was listening to 97.1 The Ticket in Detroit. And I think it was because I wanted to listen about the Stafford trade and stuff. And they ended up talking about Harbaugh and shit. And they were talking about, like, on one of his recruiting trips he's in, like, he had to sleep in, like, the little daughter's room. So he was, like, in a kid's bed and shit. I'm like, and the parents made the little girls sleep in their room. I was like, he's a fucking creep, man. I'm not going to sleep in some little girl's bed that I don't know. And if I'm the parents, I'm not going to let some dude, granted, he's Jim Harbaugh, whatever like that. He might be your son's head coach at Michigan. I don't give a fuck. He's not sleeping in my little girl's bed. Sorry about that. I don't doubt it, Johnny. I don't. Like, the guy's a fucking psycho. He's a weird motherfucker. Like, I used to be a fan of his, and then his act was just like, even from afar, like, I've never met the dude. I'm like, this fucking guy is weird. Like, some of his interviews and shit, it's like, this guy is he's just weird. Something's off with him. Oh, got some bills. Schedule release next Wednesday. Maybe I'll come on live for that. I should come on live for that. Okay. Pick is in for the Rams. Come on, guys. Every guy that Mel says is the best pick doesn't get picked. De'Ami Brown was there for a little while. He ended up getting picked. I was irritated by him getting picked. Who picked him? Oh, the Redskins picked him. I was really pissed about Schwartz. Fucking son of a bitch. I really think the Bills would have taken him. I really think the Bills would have taken Schwartz. Maybe the Dolphins, maybe the Patriots. Kick their ass, give them an L. How about that? I want to catch one of those teams on right off the rip. I would just give them a division L. That's demoralizing. Ernest Jones. That sounds like an old school linebacker name. It's like a guy from the 70s. Like, it's Ernie Jones. Like, he looks like one of those old school dudes too. Yeah, welcome to the NFL. Like, yeah, come on. You catch him early. Give him some shell shock. Give him something to think about. Give him something to, like, ooh, shock and awe. They're going to unleash a new offensive scheme and all that sort of stuff. And, that's going to have a certain, like, honeymoon period with New York people and Jet people and their fan base and what have you. But if it doesn't have life, it doesn't have legs. It's like, even if you look at the Jets when they had Sanchez and Rex, Sanchez wasn't lighting up the league. Like, it was that running game, Thomas Jones and Sean Green. It was just them pounding the rock. Shit. I think they had like almost 300 yards rushing that one game, but Sanchez threw 5 picks. Their punter threw a pick, and the Bills still need to just win the game by a field goal. John Wendling picked off the punter. I remember that shit. It was a fake punt or a fake field goal. John Wendling, of all people, picked off the pass. Look at this Baltimore guy. He's just jacking up the Browns people. Who is this lady? Somebody tell me. Find out who this lady is. Oh, look at the production guy. Look, isn't it about the fans? Get out of the way. See, this is what I mean. This is why it's fraud. This is why it's fake. That's why it's fake. Real football fans do shit like that. Wendling, yep. This guy got up and dabbed. He's so fucking. He's probably lit. They're gonna get him off there soon. They're like, yo, you gotta get him out of here. They're listing him as a. Is he a corner or? Okay, so he was a running back converted to corner. I'm like, why are they talking about him as a cornerback and then they're showing running back things? That's interesting. Okay, so the Broncos are the last pick, guys. The Broncos are the last pick of the 3rd round, and I will jump off. Just bullshit how you guys feel for a few minutes, and then let you guys enjoy your Friday night. Did he pick that off? Oof, he picked that off. So Ravens took Bateman, Owe, Cleveland, and Stevens. This is a team the Bills beat in the divisional round to go to the AFC Championship. So you saw that guy with a mask, like the weird head thing on, like creepy looking. The linebacker States. Okay. So there's still some players. He looks the part though. He looks the part. He looks like his mother's all broken up. She's a mess. Let her cry it out. Cry it out. It's all right. That's nice. That's nice. You forget how special it is for people, you know what I mean? Like just to see your kid like get put up on that stage. It's like wow, it must be amazing. It must be really surreal. Because these kids play Madden, they've played Madden their whole life. Their parents played video games, so it's like to them, it's like almost like Fantasyland, but it's becoming reality. It's really awesome. But then they're going to learn the business of the football of the NFL is a lovely business. See what the Jaguars did in totality. So they took Lawrence Etienne, Tyson Campbell, Walker Little. Okay, I didn't see that they had taken Walker Little. And Andre Cisco from Syracuse. I'm so glad the Syracuse guys. I'm so glad he's going. Jesus Christ, I was sick and tired of hearing. I don't know what it was. Just all the beat writers.
People were there. It seemed like it was a small town.
Spencer Brown.
I had about 40 to 50, and then about 5 minutes after the pick, whole town kind of just showed up my front lawn. So it's a good group right now.
And was that kind of expected? It seems like you have a lot of close.
A nice little crowd
connections there with people.
Yeah, that was expected for sure. There's many rumors that just the whole town was going to show up, so we were a little worried there for a little bit, but awesome place to have a party, and
that's really cool
to celebrate with everybody.
Thank you. Congrats again.
Got a lot of people there.
Hey Spencer, congratulations. I read an article from your senior high school. You said you didn't even expect to play college football. So when did this dream come into focus, and how did it evolve over the past
He looks the part.
6 years?
Yeah, I was super lucky and grateful to play football. I was never the kid in high school, elementary, even college. Like I'm going to the NFL. I had a lot of short-term goals, and then they ended up being a long-term goal, like sitting here tonight, being selected by Buffalo. So I never got caught up in the end goal too much. I just worried about short goals and accomplishing those, and that's just an acclamation of what you're looking at right now.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Your town's a town of roughly 1,500.
I'd say maybe close to 13. Okay, yeah.
So what is what's life like there, and just how big a dream is this for someone from your town?
Super blue collar around here. I mean, everybody here works hard, involved in farming and small businesses. And outside of that, I'm not sure what you're doing in Lennox, Iowa, but as much as it's a celebration for me, it's a celebration for the town. And outside of that, even for the Southwest Iowa community, it's all small towns down here. We all take care of each other. So I'm happy to represent Lennox in Southwest Iowa.
Awesome. Congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, Spencer, John Scott from Spectrum News in Buffalo. Congratulations. What's it like coming to a team like the Bills, who have seemingly on the up, and being on a team that seems to be one of the risers in the NFL, and coming into a team like that as a rookie?
I'm super grateful for that, and I'm just ready to get in the building and learn from the guys that are there and be the best team I possibly can be. And I have it all figured out. I'll be the first to say that. So I'm just going to go in there and get as much information as I possibly can and just get better every day and compete.
And what was it like this past season? Obviously, you didn't really have one. And what was it like going through that, knowing that this was a goal of yours, and how it may affect your ability and how high you could get drafted?
Not having a season has made me focused and be more determined than I ever was. There was really no set in stone plan for me. I just got up and worked every single day towards this goal right now. I'm out working with Joe Staley. He was my mentor out there in California. I was out there for 7 months. So just learning from him and building every single day, and always keeping draft day in mind and doing the things that I need to do to put myself in that good position to be where I'm at right now.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Congrats, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, Spencer. Heather Prusak here from the CBS station here in Buffalo. Congratulations. Man, you're prepared there with that Bills flag. You just have every team ready to go?
My mom's all about it. I think she bought like 6 or 7 flags. She wanted it now, so I imagine this will be flying on my front lawn in the morning when I wake up. Here in Lennox is now a Buffalo fan for sure.
Love it. What'd you know about the Bills, obviously, before tonight? How much did you maybe pay attention to them? What do you know about the Bills or the city of Buffalo, anything like that?
I just know it's a hardworking organization, hardworking team, blue collar, and that's what I'm anxious to be a part of. That's what my background. Grew up on a farm in Lennox, in northern Iowa, and just coming to a blue collar city and being a part of Bills Mafia is it's about perfect for a kid from small town Iowa.
And you had a chance to play for other teams when your season got canceled this past year, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What teams did you possibly have a chance to play for, and why did you ultimately make the decision not to do that?
The teams were in the Big Ten and the Big 12 were mainly reaching out to me. My decision was that UNI was the first school I met with Coach Farley, and we had like a 2-hour meet and greet, and then he offered me right before he left. So he saw something that day and bought in, and he was all about it. And then I committed a week later. I didn't see any campus. I didn't meet anybody. I just bought in with him, and then just going up there and just growing to the player that I am today. I just felt like it wasn't my choice to go and play for somebody else. I didn't want to turn my back on UNI, and loyalty is a big thing for me. So I didn't want to walk away from the guy that gave me the best shot and my teammates, and I just love UNI too much, and I just didn't want to do that.
Gotcha. Congratulations once again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, Spencer, Jay Skursky with the Buffalo News. Congratulations. What did you learn about yourself during the Senior Bowl?
I learned that you can't take a break from football for 14 months and expect to show up and do well the first day. Pads were popping the first day and banging the rust off, and then just really the next 3 days just learning and growing through past mistakes and just building on top of those days. But I learned that there's a lot of really good players out there that I haven't seen before, and I'm anxious to get back out there and get in the mix of them again. I mean, I love the competition. Dalen Hayes put me around my butt one time when I got back up. I'm like, let's go. That's what I needed, a little kick in the butt and someone to challenge me. So I'm looking forward to going into Buffalo and getting challenged every day.
Did you take some confidence away from that to know that a higher level of competition would be something that you could adjust to? Yeah,
for sure. Obviously, there's those big rumors and questions out there. Can you do it? And I went out there and I prepared and I did everything I needed to do. And I think I stayed my case pretty well. I can hang with those guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Spencer, Sal Capaccio, WGR Radio here in Buffalo. Congratulations to you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So you're 6'8", 311. I think you're listed. Everybody's marveling at that on Twitter right now. Is that correct, first of all?
Yeah, that's correct.
So have you always been like really big, or did you go through a growth spurt? What was it like growing up? And when did you become like the biggest guy in the room, basically?
So I've always been tall. There's a broomstick in you guys' rooms. That's pretty much what I looked like in high school and my freshman year of college. Just standing, the wind would blow me over. So always been tall. Then I just got thicker. Everybody asked me, getting taller? Once I got back from college, like, nah, I'm just getting wider every time you see me. So I've always been the tall kid, and I just kind of finally grown into my body the last few years and expect to keep growing.
And I see in high school you caught a bunch of passes. Were you a tight end, I imagine? I mean, unless you were wide receivers out there against those smaller DBs, I don't know.
No, I was a tight end. We played 8-man football, so I was a tight end.
And also baseball and I think basketball as well. Just a little bit about your background as an athlete overall.
Okay, so I was big into basketball. I played AAU in the summer. 1 year, I wanted to get involved with that. That kind of really helped me grow. And I was never a guy that was like, I love football and everything else is just like second and third in line. It was always, as soon as the next season hit, that's the sport I loved the most. So once basketball season was over, rolling into baseball. Okay, I didn't love track. I didn't really love when that rolled around. But once baseball rolled around, I was all about it. Once football came back in the fall, I was all about it. So I just loved all the sports, and I still do.
I bet you could throw the shot and disc pretty good, though. That's my guess.
I couldn't get the spin down. It wasn't my deal. I just kind of stepped and grunted and threw it as hard as I could, and then I just walked back and ate a super nacho or something and just watched people run.
All right, man. Great stuff. Congratulations again. Welcome to Buffalo.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, Spencer, Matt Fairburn from The Athletic here. Congratulations. I read that you bench 500 pounds and squat 600 pounds. Are those numbers still accurate?
Yeah, that was my last max out in the summer. That's the last time I did those. Last summer, yeah.
What was the progression like for you in the weight room? You know, where did the strength come from, and what was that? You said
it's just country strong.
Broomstick, not too long ago. Now you're benching 500 pounds. How'd that happen?
That's just a testament to the United Strength program. They bring a lot of guys that are undersized, under-recruited, and they develop them. That's just kind of the way at UNI. You can still see that when I go back. There's underdeveloped kids, and I'll come back in 3 years, and they'll be just primed and ready for football. So the strength program really did me wonders. I was doing double days a lot and taking a lot of calories. There were some pretty gross meals and days for me, but just accumulation of working hard in the weight room and bouncing questions off of Jed and Kane, the strength staff, and they're just taking my best interest in mind and want to see the best from me. So they did a really good job with just developing us from day one.
What was the grossest meal you had to shove down your gullet?
I always remember this one, and it was 6 brats, no bun, a quart of yogurt with granola in it, and then for some reason I'm like, let's be healthy. I'm gonna put a little spinach salad in there and eat it raw. So that was about the grossest thing for me, and it took me like an hour and a half to eat it. I was just sitting there watching some binging. So it was a tough time.
Got to get those vitamins, right?
That's right. Get those greens in.
All right, thanks, Spencer. Appreciate it. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
All right, Spencer, that's all for today, man.
All right, that is Spencer Brown.
He's already my favorite player on the roster. It's over. Not just
imagine?
because I share a last name with him. And by the way, it's good to have another Brown back on the roster after we didn't have one for a minute here. But he is officially my favorite player. A 6 brat, 1 quart of yogurt, spinach salad meal that took him an hour and a half to choke down. That, are you kidding me?
Can you imagine putting on 100 pounds?
He put on 90 pounds, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Close to
That's a ridiculous amount of weight to put on, and he's a lean dude, man. He's a lean guy, and he's obviously tall, but eating that kind of shit, I'd be dead. You'd fucking have to pump my stomach. So guys, I really appreciate you hanging out with me last couple of nights. Thank you so much. I'm 2.5 hours in, did almost 4 hours last night. It was crazy. Bills, I feel like the Bills got better. Gregory Rousseau, Carlos Basham Jr., Spencer Brown. So they went line, offensive, defensive twice. The Bills definitely got bigger. They got a little meaner. They got a little nastier, a little more athletic, a little bit more dynamic on the defensive line, more diversified, diversity. can't speak the English language tonight. So we will, yeah, man, definitely, Matt. Doug's been in here, amazing. Eric, all you guys. Hussein dropped in for a little bit. Matt for a little bit. Johnny Utah was in here. All Utz was, usual suspects. I know Christian was in here quite a bit. Eric is, like a lifer in here. All you cats, who come in so much. Shady, thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys. Have a good night. Go Bills. Bills definitely got better, but hey, they got 4 more picks tomorrow. Granted, none in the 4th, but they found some good players in those rounds. They found Matt Milano in the 5th. They found, have a good night, Dougie. They found Dane Jackson last year. They can find players. I still think Tommy Sweeney has some ability. So let's see what they can do. Go Bills. Good night, Christian. Good night, Doug, Matt, all you guys. Love you all. Eric, go Bills, man. Love you, brothers.